Buenos dias, this is Scott Oliver with CostaRicaHospital.com. We're here this morning with Doctora Gabriela Solano, who's a doctor working with Dr. Oscar Suarez, a cosmetic surgeon in Hospital CIMA in just outside of San Jose in Costa Rica. And Dr. Solano.
Hi, Scott.
Hello. Obviously, a lot of people are accustomed to working with the nurses when it comes to the pre-op and the post-op. As I understand it, you're a fully fledged doctor, are you?
That's right. I'm a general practitioner. I've been working with Dr. Oscar Suarez 3 years ago, and I basically take care of the part of the preoperative indication and postoperative indications for patients. I'm in charge of giving the instructions for the patients, what is going to be needed before the surgery, what are the basic indications after the surgery. Of course, we're always available if the patients have any concern, any doubt about the part of the surgery. But that's basically, it's very, very simple. The preoperative care, we're looking for a good condition, a healthy condition before the surgery. We don't want to perform a surgery if the patient is facing a chronic disease as a high blood pressure that is very unstable in that way, if they're having diabetes also, if they are not controlled in that way. We prefer to leave all the things ready before the surgery, and in that way we prevent any type of complications, right?
Perfect. Doctora Solano, when a North American patient is considering having cosmetic surgery done here with you and with Dr. Oscar, how do they know that your qualifications, your education is similar to what they would have been accustomed to with a doctor in North America, for example?
It's very important, Scott, that patients, where they decide to perform a cosmetic surgery, they search. There is this institution here that is called the American, it's very similar to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons here in Costa Rica. There is an institution that is very similar. In the case of Dr. Suarez, they can search in that page, and that is called Costa Rican Society of Plastic Surgeons. They could find over there who are qualifying surgeons in that way. In my case, I'm a general practitioner. You can find the credentials in the Medical Association of Costa Rica. And basically, we prepare 5 years to be a general practitioner, so we can provide the patients the best recommendations in that way.
Doctora Solano, there are unfortunately many horror stories about cosmetic surgery. You can find them online all over the place, in every country. But is there something that people should be careful of in Costa Rica when they're dealing with a doctor to know that, yes, they are a cosmetic surgeon?
Yes, Scott, it's very important that the patients do a little bit of research before going on a cosmetic procedure. Basically, know the credentials of the plastic surgeon. As Dr. Suarez, I can provide all the information of those credentials to the patients.
At the moment in Costa Rica, there are only 3 JCI accredited hospitals, so sometimes it's easy making a decision as to where surgery should be performed if you need to actually stay in the hospital for that surgery. But where do you tend to use, which hospitals do you tend to use for the procedures that you perform, like facelifts and things like that?
Right now, Scott, we're working basically with 2 hospitals. Right now, we're working with Hospital CIMA, basically for those procedures in which patients need to stay basically 1 night at the hospital or more. And also, we're performing surgeries in a smaller clinic that is called Metropolitan Clinic. Basically, over there, we perform small procedures such as breast augmentations, rhinoplasty, eyelid surgeries, those surgeries that the patients do not need to stay 1 night at the hospital. It's very important, Scott, and I understand that sometimes patients are afraid that they have surprises once they arrive in Costa Rica in relation to the budget we provide them. Basically, in the part of the professional fees, I can give them a very precise budget in that way. Of course, in the part of the hospital, there is an approximated budget, a range I can provide them, and that is based on the time we use the surgery room. But patients do not need to be afraid of big surprises in that way. We can keep providing a very precise budget.
Doctora Solano,
Yep.
Por favor, unas palabras últimas, some last words for our members.
Yes, of course, it's very important, Scott, that patients feel free to contact us at any moment. when they have any doubt, any questions about plastic surgery, I will be able to help them at any moment.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure, sir.